Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TMM podcast with myself, the Mining Miner, Blair Toll 66, Crypt, and Mr. Spooseful, who nearly didn't join us tonight because he was still streaming League and forgot.
Not my fault.
Here we are. How's it not your fault?
Look, the float.
What?
The float.
Stop putting links in Skype chat. I've got to bury Skype under all the different various windows.
And that is?
That? Oh, it's a Sennheiser one. Sennheiser's pretty good.
It floats!
It doesn't... I'm pretty sure it doesn't float. They're just probably not showing the hanger for it. Oh, good start, everybody. So we'll start with George just amazed by a pseudo-floating headset. That's just grand. So actually, I'll put on the podcast. This is what he's banging on about. Actually, I need to put my bootmarks bar back on because otherwise it just breaks the layout. There we go. Supposedly he thinks that's a floating headset.
It is. Technology, man. Amazing.
Yep. We got that, but we don't have hoverboards just yet. Anyway, welcome everybody.
Force.
So, David, what have you been up to this week?
I've been ill most of the week, so I've done hardly anything.
Bloody hell.
I've been ill for the whole time I've been off.
He's always ill. It's just your thing.
Oh, and I got two games, like two new ones.
Which ones?
I got the Hobbit game, the Lego one, and Sanctum, which
Alright.
Tom told me to get.
Sanctum's interesting.
I can't play.
Sanctum what?
Tom can't play it. Tom, do you want to tell your story?
Well, there's
Tom's a
two
dirty
ways
little
this could have
hacker.
went down. There's two ways this could have went down. Way number one, I got gifted a game by Josh. I accepted said game. Steam may have thought that game could have been, I don't know, bought illegally, and then that way my account would have been banned. Secondly, I changed my password like twice within the space of 2 weeks, and then Steam thinks that there's a hacker on my account. So they banned my account
For how long?
Until, you can get it
until I
sorted.
ask for help.
Have you asksked for help?
Which means you have to
Yes.
deal with the peril that is Steam support.
Steam support is non-existent.
I'm gonna go down in record saying this, but I have to say it, Origin support is a hell of a lot better than Steam support.
Yeah,
Like, when you just get a
anything
live
is
chat
better
on
than
that.
Steam support.
Yeah, even Twitch support, and that's bloody well saying something as well. Effing Twitch support, that is the worst thing in existence.
I
Origin
can't do
support's
Steam.
really good. You go into a live chat room.
Origin, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Origin support's good.
Loads of
Now that
dicks.
I can't do like
Well,
online.
the only time I've had problems with any customer support is where I was... Actually, I think it was EA customer support. This is the only time I've had problems with them, is when I went into a live chat room. Well, I was sitting there for like 20, 25 minutes, waiting to get into a live chat room, got in the chat room, said hi, and the bloody person on the other end disconnected straight away. I was like, well, fuck you then. Well...
What a dick. Do you know what's also a
Indeed.
really good thing? It's a Facebook page and it's a really good customer support. I can't remember what it's called though.
Oh yeah, the one where you had to get Skyliner sorted or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't remember
I'll
what
have
it's
a
called.
I think Ubisoft or something. I can't remember.
But I will say probably the best customer service is Amazon. Amazon's customer service is brilliant. Like, I've had to deal with them on a couple of occasions for being charged falsely for things. I think one was for Love Film, which I cancelled in the trial period and they still charged me. And then for Prime, which I couldn't afford, so my bank account went like 50 quid overdrawn. So I just phoned them up and they said, well, since you haven't used any of the features, we'll just refund your account. I was like, alright then, fine.
Okay.
I got it for free.
Yeah, you got a year free of Prime, and that's pretty good. Alright, George, what have you been up to this week?
Bar the dogs catching a rabbit.
Oh.
Games.
Oh,
Games.
I'm so
Diablo
glad
3. Reaper of
Lordy
Souls. I got it. I
fucking
need
damn,
to play that
Mr.
tomorrow.
I
Actually,
can
still
play
haven't
games
got
with
up
my
the-
friends.
you can play games with your friends, just not on Steam. We
What
could
games
do,
on Steam?
we could do some Battlefield.
Yeah, I could do Battlefield.
Oh, I was gonna say something. I can't remember. Oh yeah, Game of Thrones. Who saw the latest episode?
I've seen the
Hey,
latest episode.
I already knew
I
what
knew
was
what
going to
was.
happen.
Me and George
no
knew what was
spoilers.
going to happen.
No spoilers, but oh my god, that ending.
I spoiled
Really?
it. There was this bloke I don't like on from like I knew him for real life, and I really don't like him. His name's Christopher Todd. He's a right not horrible
Well,
person.
Name and
And
shame.
so I decided that he's like John put on Facebook. We made who was in the chat. He's like, oh, never been so happy that someone's died, and he was like, "Oh, don't spoil anything." So I was just like, "Oh, Joffrey dies." Just say that.
Oh,
And he was-
Joe! Right, okay, I've got to edit that.
What?
Sorry for anybody in the chat, but well, because you
Now
just
that means
spoiled
you
it
just
for
gotta
everybody.
edit it.
Yeah, I've got to put extra effort into
By the
editing now.
time this listen, by the time this comes out, and by the time like,
Anyone
which
who
one's that?
hasn't seen the episode is either dead or on holiday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but take this into consideration. I didn't start watching Game of Thrones until the end of last year, I think, and it's been going since 2011. So
if
yeah,
they haven't watched it, they're never going to watch it by now. There's no excuse for not watching it now. It is all over the internet. There is no excuse.
Fair enough, I was
Spoilers are literally everywhere. So they've got no excuse, and I don't care.
oh well.
It gets and the best thing is it gets better from that episode. It's just uphill.
Yes.
It was just throughout episode 2. I was just like, whenever Joffrey's on screen, you just always think, oh,
just go like-
Joffrey's gonna do something stupid, and he just always does without fail. It
I
is
saw this.
brilliant.
My mate sent this interview with him, like he was in Ireland, and he sent this interview, and he's a really cool bloke.
He's
Like-
Yeah,
really,
the actor is.
he's really good at hiding his
I went-
accent.
I went to
yeah.
I went to Comic-Con and the actors from Game of Thrones said that he was a nice guy.
Uh-huh.
You went to Comic-Con,
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
Which
Got a
actors did
Jedi
you
outfit
meet?
over there. What?
Which actors did you meet?
I
From Game of
met
Thrones?
Pod. I met Pod. I shook
Did
Pod's
you?
hand. I met Pip,
Oh, wow.
and I think the Mount as well.
The
Alright.
Mount.
Yeah, the one that's in this series, not the one that was in the last series. They changed the actor. Same with They changed
Who
the
did
actor
you
for
say you met?
flipping. See, you know the Mount.
The Mound.
The Mount.
Mount.
Big guy who cuts the head off his horse.
That's
Oh, the Hound's
Mount-
brother.
the mountain.
Yeah.
Not the
short-
Mount, the
Short
mountain.
being the Mount. God,
Oh my god. Just call him the mountain?
I want to call him the Mount.
Well, then you're
You're not gonna make
target.
it clear. Whoa, okay.
We're never gonna get anywhere. at
Alright,
this rate.
okay.
And I was going to say
Right,
something, now I can't remember.
Shush. Right, anyway, as for me, what I've been doing this week is playing around with a Chromecast, which is a very, very nice bit of kit. And I've been building a new home server, which is also quite nice. So, well, because I need to get I needed to get a media server sorted out for parents because they like to watch movies. So I got that sorted out. Well, that, and then I've sort of made my own implementation. So I'm running the TeamSpeak server, I'm running the Twitch chat bot, and there's one more thing I'm running on it, but I can't remember what it is. And all of my TV shows and stuff I just throw on that.
Cool.
Pretty good. But that was a hassle to set up because it's a crappy little mini ITX system, so it's tiny. I've got to deal with that, and it's just fiddly as hell. But anyway, let's move on to the first topic of this week. Facebook is planning to become an e-money service provider, which in layman's terms is... It's basically like using Google Wallet or pay with Amazon and stuff like that.
Good, because, I buy all my products via Facebook.
Yeah, that would be a smart idea. It's fucking stupid.
You
I don't
know,
why they
the
bother.
thing that could be hacked any time.
Yes, I
It's
would...
extremely easy to retrieve the password of.
Yeah, I would so much rather use Facebook for my e-tailing needs, rather than something like, oh, I don't know, PayPal, which is a hell of a lot better.
And everyone is already signed up now.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
why?
No one's going to change because, lazy.
Yeah. Well, there's two things this could be because I haven't read the article typically that much. It's either a case of it's going to be something similar to PayPal, or it's going to be its own currency.
Oh, for God's sake.
Which
He's
would be
taking
the
this
most-
too far.
they'll
Just leave Facebook alone. Like, this new stupid ass update. It's horrible.
Yeah.
The only way they're going to make it work is if it's a new currency,
Yeah.
I imagine. Or else,
But
because if
then
it's just
even
something like
that's not gonna
PayPal,
work.
it's just...
Well, I don't think it's going to work because there's no need whatsoever to make an e-currency. Because, I mean, Bitcoin's had a stab at it, and Bitcoin's bloody pointless.
And Dogecoin.
I do not see the need behind Bitcoin. It's like, oh,
I love Bitcoins.
put money into a currency that changes its value every 3 femtoseconds, and then you put like $1,000 in, and you'll get like a couple pence out of it at the end. But yeah, use Bitcoin. No,
Oh,
no.
but there was this guy who had like 3 bitcoins, and it ended up being worth like £10,000 each.
it's
And he
good
bought
if
them
you
for
were-
like, and he bought them for like £50, and he was like, oh.
Yeah, that's good if if you were there at the start, and then
Yeah, 'cause
well, if
he
you got
had them, like,
in before the
ages.
boom. But it's starting to dwindle again, and it would be a lot better if it had a stable sort of transfer rate, but it really doesn't. So I don't like Bitcoin, and then there's so many different variations like
Variations.
Dogecoin and Kanye West and all of those, and it's just why
Kanye.
Kanye is the best
I'm
thing.
pretty sure he put out a lawsuit against that.
I love the picture on it as well. It's like a Kanye fish, Kanye
Yeah.
fish rather.
That's
All right, that's probably why I don't get it. Kanye, everybody.
So when they turned Kanye West into a gay fish.
Oh, okay. I don't watch South Park. It's not my kind of humor.
I am not a gay fish.
It's American humor. I'm not a fan of him. I like South Park, but I'm not a fan of American humor.
American humor's weird. We don't get their humor, but they really, really, really don't get our humor because ours. Is
Oh
full
no,
of,
most
ours is
people
full
do
of-
get American humor, but when it comes to Americans trying to understand ours, it's
No.
it's because it's so dry.
They
I know,
cannot
I've
understand.
tried. I've
It's because
tried.
they have many. We
Told
have
one
many,
of them a
many,
joke,
many,
and they were
many,
just
many.
like, "Is it supposed to be funny?" I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
It's like one of the
That's
funniest things I've ever
because
said.
most of our jokes have like subtext in them, and they don't really have fun dealing with subtext.
Oh, good.
Yes, indeedy. But yeah,
Is-
e-currencies are just the most pointless things in the world. What were we gonna say, George?
It's John talking away in the chat. He's saying he's
Uh,
been like the TMM Kiske.
He said a couple things. Change
Oh,
the
just
actor
'cause-
for Dario Naharis too, since the original wanted to be the new Jason Statham in a transporter.
Dario Naharis, the new one is just amazing. I like the new one.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I like how. Like, I can't remember if he's sexy or not. I can't remember what I'm googling.
He is. He's supposed to be the sexy man. I like the new Dario Naharis. He's got
Yeah, I know
my thumbs
that.
up.
I'm not sure if the new one's sexy. I can't remember. I haven't seen him. Like, I need to look at him.
Oh, I think it's the beard that does it.
All this talk. There was
I
just
never
completely
Oh, I remember what I was
alienated
gonna
by
say.
it all.
He fits him.
I remember
Needs
what
to
I
be
was gonna
a little
say.
bit trampy though.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know when Joffrey dies. You know. We've already said it, but as it was happening,
I've got to
I
edit it
sort of
out
went
again.
like full like Emperor Palpatine and went like, do it, do it, do it, yeah, do it, yeah.
Connor, I don't have. I want to post. I want to send you this link to Dario Naharis, but I can't send it because you won't go on Skype. But I don't think I have permission in the chat, do I?
I'll
One
promote
sec.
you.
Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do have permission. There you go.
George,
Is it Twitch chat? Yeah.
George.
Nightbot's not nuking you. I've got the command copied just in case Nightbot nukes you, but he hasn't done it yet, which is very strange. Yes.
Do it.
Just look at the photo of Dario Naharis.
Wait a minute. Open URL. Oh, this is fun. Alrighty. Very odd.
I am the walrus.
The things you find are just mental. Alright, anyway, we're gonna move on now from that.
Yeah, sure.
When
It'd be
Joffrey's
good if we
doing-
could.
Oh no!
Yeah.
1 minute. We need to take a heartfelt moment in the Game of Thrones news, as Emilia Clarke has decided that no more naked scenes are to be done.
Who? Is that
Harry Targaryen.
is that Danny? Oh,
Oh.
that,
Are you disappointed, Tom?
Hearts of all men around the world dropped.
Although one boob was bigger than the other, I am standing by that. One boob was bigger than the other.
You still got all the other naked scenes anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, when Joffrey's
of which
when
there are a
Joffrey's
fair few.
chewing the pie, when Joffrey's like picking up the pie, you can go chew it. I imagine the Emperor coming and just going, chew it.
I think you're wrong, mate. I think that's just camera angle. I don't think.
Oh,
Ooh, They are like, oh, I don't know, like.
Nah, honestly, they are. I'm not. Yep. Yep.
I don't
I'm
know.
I'm pretty sure it's the left one that's smaller.
Are we just going to spend the whole
Come-
podcast
Wait.
discussing Daenerys Targaryen's breasts? Is
Come
this
on,
how
yes,
this is going to
but-
go?
Are we go
I'm
on to the
just
next
clicking
topic,
what
I
I'm
beg you.
discussing.
Connor,
God damn it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot I had this thing. I want to
just
milk
go
you
on
with
to
it,
the
Eddie.
next topic. Just
I've been trying.
ignore them. Just
Yeah,
ignore
cool.
them.
Borderlands 2.
Yep, Borderlands, the pre-sequel, is supposedly not going to be as big as the Borderlands 2s. I don't know why I said it like that. And it may not be full price either, which is quite nice.
Cool.
Unlike
Yeah.
other game makers who give you a lesser game and say, "Oh no, since this is this part of the franchise, you could just spend full price on it."
Thing is, I think they'll just flesh it out with DLC like they did the first one
Probably.
and the second one.
Yeah, Borderlands has been full of DLC. Size of the game would be upcoming Borderlands sequel is bigger than the original, but smaller than Borderlands 2. Good, because Borderlands 2's effing long. I mean, we've been
Bigger than the original. Oh, bigger than the original. Oh yeah, because the original one needed DLC.
yeah. Well, the Borderlands 2's really, really, really long though, because we've been trying to play through that on stream
It's
for
really
like a
not.
month now.
It's sort of side quests, and if you
Yeah.
don't do the side quests, you finish it by level 20. You finish the game by like level 20.
Fair
You
enough.
don't do side quests.
Yeah, but then you have to do side quests, otherwise you get your face pummeled into the ground, David.
Yeah. Mr. David.
Mr. David who needed help, and Tom decided to go level 1 Siren
Haven't been
to
much
do the
said on it yet, though,
Bloodwing fight.
has it?
I've been leveling up quite a bit lately.
Good.
Yeah.
Alright. So this is going to be bigger than Borderlands 1, but not as big as Borderlands 2, which is nice,
So it's
Fit
like
nicely
in
in
the
the
middle
middle.
between those two.
as usual. It might be kind of in between the two, exactly. So this is launching for Xbox 360, PS3, and PC, which is weird because they don't have any. There doesn't seem to be any plans to bring it to next-gen consoles. I keep saying next-gen, even
Yeah,
though
I
they've been
know.
out
I
for
saw
like
that as well.
months now. It's very strange.
It's like, yeah, no plans for next one.
Yeah. Well, I
Wait,
don't.
so they're not planning to put it on? Is that what you
No.
just said?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
they're not planning to bring it to PS4 or Xbox One.
That's weird. Why would they do that?
Probably because
don't
they
know.
don't want to waste time developing a game for a console that doesn't have a very big user base yet, or as big
I know
user
that,
base as the
but
previous.
isn't it easier to develop them for the PC and next-gen consoles together?
Well, you would think so, since the architecture of the next-gen consoles is very
It's
similar to a PC.
Similar to.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't understand why they wouldn't do that.
I'm assuming
Like,
it's
for the
an
amount of
operating
money they
system
would
thing.
probably get for doing it, it would probably be worth just porting it from the PC over to them.
Probably. I mean, well, I think that
they
was the
do what they want to do.
no. I think that was the whole point of doing the whole PC style architecture for the next gen consoles, because then it'll be easier to get games between them.
Yeah.
Then we wouldn't have ports like Dark Souls.
We wouldn't have ports like all of the terrible, terrible, terrible console ports there are out there. Like Saints Row 2, for example, that's a game I've had personal experience with, which is an abysmal port, absolutely abysmal, which is on sale now on Steam, by the way.
How much?
I don't know. I think it's something
know.
like 66% off. Yeah, you wouldn't know because you can't get on Steam.
Connor,
Also, another thing I've
Tom,
been doing
did you
is
know there's a
lot
massive
of-
Dota 2 sale as well this weekend?
Of course there is. That's just
There is.
fine.
Honestly, there is. There's a
Guys,
massive Dota.
He's already missed out on Lewis not playing TF2, so yeah, it's punishment enough.
All of the items on Dota 2 are going to be reduced by 50% this weekend. It's for Easter.
Great.
They've just announced it on
Free
like,
weekend, frozen
themselves.
sandwich. Yeah.
This is great.
I was gonna say if we did do the stream on the Saturday, it'd be funny if you did like Civilization just to get a Tom.
Just do
Have you
a whole stream on
After
Civ 5.
talking about Civilization, have you seen
Damn it, I
the
shouldn't have
new
said that.
one?
The new one, yeah,
Yeah.
that one looks like
Space
it's going to
race
be
thing.
even. Yeah,
It looks.
Beyond
I
Earth.
don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how the
I
match.
don't know either, honestly. On the subject of space, I've been playing a hell of a lot of KSP this week, and I got
the
one of my
subject of
Kerbal stranded on the moon.
But it's not going to be like on the subject of space. I went there.
Yeah.
On the subject
I
of
took
space,
the Virgin flight and decided not to come back.
Don't talk
Jumped
about
out the
that because
window and went
it,
through the moon.
it reminds me of IBM, and it's nah.
If that bloke's out there, kill
Or
yourself.
just put him on a moon, but neglect to take the spacesuits with it.
Yeah.
So he's just be speaking to him like, oh no, you don't need it. You don't need a spacesuit. Just go on. It just explodes. So
No, what you do is
probably
just take
wouldn't
him up on
believe
the
it as
first ever ride, which secretly it will be the first
The
ever
last
one, but it
one,
won't
yeah.
be the official first one.
Yeah,
And then
it's-
like take him up on his own, and then like shut the fucking door
So
for
we
the
get, like,
pilot,
one of
and
the-
just open the door when he's like look out the window like ooh, then
well. You just get one of the really like prototype craft. It's just like stuck together with random planks of wood. And he's just like, are you sure that's what we need? And it's just like, yeah, go on. It just falls apart.
The pilot
Maybe.
doesn't even
Just-
speak English.
Just a trebuchet. If I doesn't speak English.
Tree bucket.
Or put him in something, then drop him in the ocean.
That's another one.
It's like,
but
oh, we're having malfunction. Then just drown him in a pool. Just drop it in a pool so it can be recovered, and just tell him it's the ocean.
you probably believe it as well.
Are you
That's
sure
the
this
sad
is
thing.
the ocean?
Have you
Like
seen
the
that?
pilot doesn't
Wait,
speak
is
English.
this
and
a
he's like,
topic later on?
Yeah.
Hold
are you
on.
sure this is the ocean?
This is a topic
Bandimate!
later
Attentayo!
I would like to remind everybody that here on the TMM podcast we are not racist in any way, shape, or form.
Anyways,
racist? That was
it isn't on the
actually
it isn't on the
Japanese.
topic. I would like to bring up a
Not actual
topic
Japanese.
that isn't on the
Bloody
list.
hell.
I don't know what I said, but I said something.
Tom,
Yeah.
shut up. The Amazon phone.
Amazon. Oh yeah, the Amazon phone. I forgot to put that one on. Could you link it somewhere where I don't have to go to Skype because that's buried under all of the other scripts?
I just
You just
thought-
want to talk
I
about
just
it.
remembered about it. I don't have no topic.
Well, if it's anything like the Amazon tablets, it's going to be bloody pointless because the forked version of Android, you can't get access to the Play Store, and
Actually, it's going to be running on Mozilla.
Oh yeah, they've got their own OS now, haven't they? I forgot about that.
Hey, I think you'll find the
Your-
Kindle Fire HD is actually a really good tablet. My mom's got one, and I've been on it quite a few times. It's really good for the price. It's extremely good.
What's the price of it like?
£99, but you just get like tons of stuff with it.
It's pretty decent. I mean, if you could get, well, I mean, I wouldn't want to live with the quote unquote stock OS for the Amazon Fire tablets because it's just forked version of Android. You can't get access to anything. So if you could put like a custom version of Android on it and just get access to the Play Store and stuff, that would be a pretty good tablet for £99.
But me ma like it's for people like me mom as well. How she uses it, I mean, she doesn't care about all that. It doesn't matter, and it's perfect for her. And it is a really good tablet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
just
Nana even has
works.
But the new, have you seen how many front-facing cameras the new Amazon phone has?
6.
Aye, for the
Mad.
new 3D.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know, 3D selfies.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, here we go.
Wouldn't want to see that. I would really just not want to see
You
that.
can like take a selfie, just stood in front of a car and stretch the car as if it's gonna hit you and stuff.
Oh, God.
What if we
If
created...
George was in charge, she would be doomed. Let's just say that.
Hey,
That's what I was
You're
doing.
after 3D selfies?
for selfies, it would have like a device where a pole would come shooting out the bottom of it, and then it would stand up, right? And then like cameras would come like right round, like in a 360 ball around the person, and then they would all take a photo at the same time. Then you put it on Facebook, and it would be like a 3D like image that you could spin around. That's what would happen if I was in charge.
Yeah, that is what happened if you were in charge because the logistics of that are completely insane, and that is exactly what would happen if you were put the...
Preach it, brother.
It would
Oh,
be a
if you
selfie ball. A selfie ball. That's what I would call it.
If you were the leader
No,
of global
no,
R&D,
I'm done.
we would just... Technology wouldn't have moved in the direction that we see today. It would just be mad stuff that just wouldn't work. It's like...
Hey, it would work a selfie
out.
ball. I'm telling you. I'm gonna bring it together, and I'm gonna make the selfie ball, and it will sell.
Well, selfies tend to be the spur of the moment. You don't want to be carrying a massive sphere around with you just in case the opportunity for a selfie comes up.
Well, no, it's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
like
take a selfie,
small
wait a
and
second, and just
expand.
put... Oh, God, I don't even know why I'm bothering to discuss.
He's like, guys, hang on.
Well, no, what's gonna happen is you'll put it down, right, and then like a section of the bottom will open. It'll start expanding, and then like a leg would come out, and like at the bottom of it, it would split into three. You can actually get legs like that, and they do actually work. So that works. Fuck you all. And then it would just be a case of getting the thing to wrap around the person. That would be the hard thing.
Yes. But the only problem with wrapping it around the person is that the pictures would all have just a whole array of cameras in the background.
Well, actually, I'll wait 50 years and they'll have, James Bond technology where it's the see-through and stuff.
Active
That's what I'll do. I'll
camouflage.
wait for what's that? What's the Nokia phone? The one that stretches and stuff, and you think what was it made out of again?
Oh, it's the nanotechnology one. Yeah.
I'll wait for nanotechnology, then I'll do it.
Oh, God.
Because that's what the Earth needs. When we bring out nanotechnology, we need a selfie machine that does.
I will
three
laugh if it explodes in your face.
George,
I
you know,
will laugh
there's,
at
you know
that
there's a
explosive
sort of
bit.
inverted version of what you've got. It's called Google's Photosphere in a camera app. It's sort of like the opposite way around, whereby it looks outwards rather than inwards. So if you just, turn that around, perhaps.
Turn the Google phone inside out.
Just turn the camera around, and then you're good to go. It already exists, only in a much, much smaller package.
I got this, guys. I got this. Turn the camera inside out.
Sad thing is, you would as well.
Done. Gene.
Right. Woohoo! Alright, anyway. See, this Amazon phone is weird.
Make life extremely fun.
If Lewis and George were like the rulers of this world, I think
We'd
I
be
would go
dead.
insane.
We would be dead.
Could you imagine
The world would have imploded by now.
Could you imagine the photo bombing you could do with 3D selfie?
Oh God! Shut up about selfies. We get it.
You could just put your arm in and it would ruin the whole thing.
Connor.
Mr.
Man, it
Spooseful,
went
savior of
stop.
hipsters everywhere. Yes, Ultimate Toasty.
Savior
Too
of
true.
hipsters.
Too true.
What's he said?
The
Mr.
great
Spooseful,
almighty
savior of
George.
hipsters everywhere. They'll just be in the future. They'll just be sort of like segregated off areas of different countries for hipsters, and they'll just have erected statues of George. And they'll just be all walking around with sort of the big sort of selfie spheres.
Hold on, I'm standing up. I've got. Get me good side.
That's
We don't have a good side.
Oh, shame it doesn't fit in
and
frame.
Tom would know this for a fact.
Tense those muscles.
Like slap Tom's good side.
Right,
when we
moving
have.
on. Very swiftly.
Anyway, Connor, you were saying.
Moving on. Google's modular smartphone gets a January 2015 launch date, which is very ambitious.
Well, we've stretched
Which
this
means,
topic
which
now.
means, yeah. Well, we'll have to.
I
'cause it's
remember
been a
this.
really, really
I
slow
remember
news.
this. I remember this modular thing.
Yes. Well, considering the way that that Google's been going, especially with something like Google Glass, we'll probably get this by the end of 2020.
Hey Google, you can buy Google
We will
glasses
probably
now.
get
Not
this
anymore.
by the end
Flip
of
the US.
existence.
Not anymore. Well, they ran out, and it was only on sale for 24 hours to the general public, and it was $1,500.
Aye, well of course it's gonna be like expensive.
Well,
It's
they
like-
said they
this is
want to
like
bring the price
Tony
up like
Stark
300.
shit.
Yeah, this is quite nice. I mean, did you guys see the
Looks
phone
really
blocks
nice.
concept, where it was just
What?
literally, it was basically you had a back of a phone which had loads of like holes in it, and you just plug things into the holes. So if you wanted a bigger battery, you'd take out a couple of bits and put a bigger battery in it,
Yeah, I saw that.
and it looked pretty
This is
cool. I
the
mean,
same thing.
this is basically the same thing, but it's much more better looking. It looks actually.
Yeah,
It is
like,
actually
I wonder
quite
if you
pretty.
can get custom colours. Like you see how her
Yeah.
Obviously.
Have you seen the
Obviously.
Have you seen the other ones? Just-
Like the colours, it will just literally be a case which you slot the component in.
yeah, you can
And
get
you
I
like
know
just
that.
take the component out, swap the case, put
you
the
can get like
component
swirly colours for them and everything. I'll drop a link in the Twitch chat for you, George.
Do you know what I find funny?
You know the phone as well. Do you know how the camera's on that bit? Is that the camera detachable, and what part do you reckon that detaches with? Because if the camera's detachable, you could have like some massive bloody camera.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
you
can
in.
can
Yeah,
take
you
that
get
off.
like
really
a
good
fish
camera.
islands camera. or
You can
something.
see in the background of that image, you can get one which just looks like big sort of pyramid in the background.
Oh, aye. So I'm guessing you can turn this into any, like, if you want general use or if you want like an artist phone. Like if an
Specialised.
artist wanted this phone, they would want something that's quite They would want something that's quite like
It has a good
good for
camera.
photos and
Yeah.
basically good for photos and rendering. So they'll get added like a high CPU and a high end camera. I'm guessing.
Uh-huh.
So it would be interesting.
I know it, George. You did get Nuke by Nightbot. I've just realised. I know. Well, you
Did I?
didn't in my chat, but you got Nuke by Nightbot according to the chat on the stream.
No, I can still speak.
You can still speak, yeah, because it warned you at first and just purged your messages.
Whoa.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, this is a very, very good concept because I mean you can tailor a phone to what you want, and if say one of the parts becomes obsolete, you don't need to change out for a whole new phone.
Yeah.
So say if the screen's a bit too low res for you liking, you just smack another screen in. If the processor starts getting a bit underpowered, then you just slap another one of those in. 2 little RAMs.
But how many
slap another
cases
module
are they
in.
going to bring out? By the
A
time
lot.
these parts are obsolete, how are they going to have a new case by
Sextillions.
then?
Perhaps.
Also, extremely important question:
Hmm.
Is it going to be a Snapdragon processor?
Possibly. Why?
Do we even not around that whole Twitch thing when every single advert was the chef who used to flip open the phone with his knife, and every streamer had, "Oh, I'm powered by Snapdragon."
No, because for the most part I'll use AdBlock.
Well, it's just in every stream title was like, "Oh, I'm powered by Snapdragon," because it was just always Snapdragon for about a month, maybe more.
Yeah.
Connor,
Yes.
there's no half-time break.
Oh, it is. Yes. We're gonna take
Oh,
a.
but I want to go on to the next topic.
Go on to the next topic after the break. Wait a minute.
I like
no,
how
it's a
we've only
topic after
done
that
like 3
anyways.
topics.
We've got to stretch them out. It's a slow news week, so I'll just quickly hold the call. So yeah, we're going to take our halftime break now, so we will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TMM podcast with myself, the Mining Miner, Blair, Tall66, Crypt, and Mr. Spoosful. I will welcome them back. Hello, everybody present? Yeah. Cool beans.
What?
That is a very accurate gif there, George. But stop trying to cause a controlled flame war in the Skype chat.
I'll have you, mate.
I was gonna say what happened in the like Skype chat while I was away.
Basically, George sent a GIF, and it's entirely accurate. I will quickly put it up on the screen. That
It's
is
entirely accurate.
it is
I'll be honest, it was sent in the group call.
War the
before.
Roses.
for most free to play games.
Yeah.
This is the way of things. But some of them do it right, but it's very, very difficult to do it right, as we've seen. All right, next up, Tiny Build, the makers, the starters of the Kickstarter campaign for a game called Jet Getters, have stopped the campaign in light of an investor. So usually in this situation, they just sort of run off with the money they've already received and then just do something with that. But these people have decided to give everybody their money back and then give everybody the $51 reward tier, which is essentially the $100 reward tier, which is Treasure Hunt V2, everything above, so all of the stuff here. I can't be able to read through it. A digital high-res poster, the tiny bundle which includes 7 additional games and 10 Jet Getter Steam keys, and that's for all of the backers, even the lower ones.
Oh, no
That's
time to
pretty nice.
explain
Yeah.
is good.
Huh?
No time to explain is good. I like that game.
The name of that game sounds familiar, but this game actually looks really fun. I don't. Do I dare? I'm gonna show you the trailer, but I'm gonna mute the sound in light of previous times I've shown Kickstarter videos.
Do
Like,
I dare back it?
This looks terrible. It's not even
I think
worth
it looks quite fun.
So mute my mic, in other words.
No.
It
We're
needs
just,
to
I'm just
find-
Can we talk about the next topic though?
It
Because
does definitely need
I
refining.
really want to have a go at Apple for it.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, for some reason my OBS is broken. Alright, so yeah, the good guy Kickstarter people, that's how you do it.
Yeah, that is really
It's
good.
not
good.
financially sound, I wouldn't say, but with an investor that doesn't really matter. Alright, anyway, Hearthstone has been released for iPad. And all but iPad.
No, it hasn't. That's a lie.
iPad 1, which you can't get because you've got the iPad brick.
Yeah, it's a lie. It's released on iPad 2 and above. Fuck
Yeah,
Apple.
iPad 2
Fuck
and above.
Blizzard.
Yes,
Fuck you all.
because the iPad 1 can't even handle the OS without being choppy as hell. It can
Well,
barely
that's
handle
Apple's
anything.
problem, isn't it? Not. It shouldn't
They really-
be my fault. I paid £500 for that iPad.
You paid £500 about 3 years ago. It's worth about £15 now.
Still, I paid 3 years ago. How long are Microsoft OSs supported for?
Yes, but this is Apple, and you're lucky to have gotten support for it for 3 years, never mind bloody 2, which is usually what they do for their desktop platforms.
It's disgusting. I
He's
hate
got
it.
you
So,
there.
supported devices, iPad
I
Air,
was looking forward to
iPad,
this game.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th generation, and iPad mini and the one with the Retina display as well. I'm looking forward to it on Android, because then I can actually, I don't need
Is it coming out on Android? Right,
Should
so
be.
done. GG.
Your phone won't handle it. It probably won't even be supported since it's still running Gingerbread.
My phone's running ice
Oh no,
cream
it's
sandwich.
running ICS,
Oh,
isn't
no.
it? Yeah, I think yours is
I
running
think
ICS. It was David's old one that was running Gingerbread.
Yeah. My very ancient one, which I don't use anymore.
No, not happy with Apple or Blizzard for doing that to us. So fuck them all. And I'm not sure if you, Tom might know this, but I've just remembered. Have any of you seen PlayStation Online's new game? No, PS. What's it?
No,
PSO? Is
PS
it
Plus.
PlayStation Online?
PlayStation Network.
No. The developers plan side 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's Sony.
It's PSO,
like
isn't it?
Sony Online Entertainment.
SEO.
Yeah, that's all. SOE. That's the one.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Sony
Anyways, have
Entertainment
anyone
Online.
seen their new game?
No.
No.
Essentially, it's a mix between Rust and DayZ. It's going to be free to play, which isn't the best, but there's very little release on it. I can't actually remember the name. 1 minute, I'll get the name. But if it's good, it looks absolutely amazing. 1 sec, let's just get the name. It's called H1Z1.
I'll do a quick search.
And it's going to be as big. This is a quote from the people. It's going to be as big as it's going to be as big as PlanetSide 2, the world, like the world in itself,
Yeah.
and it's going to be and it's going to have more players on than PlanetSide 2.
All right.
And what it's going to be is, I believe it's going to be a crafting. You're going to have to craft and build your own building materials, so you can build your own like base, as well as living in the world and surviving in the world. You can play it however you want to play it. No doubt it'll end up turning into an all-for-all death match, but hopefully if you can get
Because,
the right
you know,
server, like they were saying,
People don't
there's-
trust people.
I believe they say that on there. There's going to be different servers. Like
Yeah.
there'll probably be RP servers, which means that no one will kill each other, or else they'll get banned.
right.
So, well, it's not that they'll kill each other. They can kill each other, but there'll be certain rules. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you'll have to do something to them, and to be able to kill them. You know what I mean? You've got
Yes.
different clans and stuff, so there'll be rules. But if this thing turns out to be good, it's probably going to be the zombie survival MMO that everyone's wanted, because DayZ is just it's gone down the hole, because they've give Dean Hall, the developer, they give him Armor 2.5, the engine,
yeah.
whereas it's just not good enough. It's just
Yes.
not good enough. You needed the Armor 3 engine, because the Armor 3 engine, if you've seen any videos on DayZ Breaking Point, no, not DayZ, Breaking Point for Armor 3.
No.
I-
Well, to be honest, this is still a sandbox zombie survival game, so it doesn't interest me in the slightest.
But it's going to be free to play and everything, so it might be worth like a look at.
yeah,
So
but
it could be interesting.
it's SOE, so it'll be PS4 exclusive.
No, it's not. It's PC
Wait, what?
and PS4.
Really?
It's coming out on
so good.
PC before PS4.
Very strange. Usually they would just publish it on their own consoles,
Well,
like
look
they've
at
done with
PlanSide
other
2.
franchises.
Look at PlanSide 2.
Good point. I
But
suppose.
the plan on bringing it out on PC, then they'll be porting it over, because they were the PC developer anyways, like that company. They're a PC developer.
Oh, I know what. Oh, I'm getting it mixed up, because I was thinking of Sony Computer Entertainment, which is the publisher, I think, of things like Ratchet and Clank, and they tend to keep it PlayStation exclusive. So
This is
My
SOE. So these are the ones who made PlanetSide 2, EverQuest Online, well, just all of the EverQuests, I believe. Loads of all the different games like that. So they've got an amazing developer behind them for MMOs.
Yeah.
and everything. So hopefully it's going to be a good game. And I believe it comes out into closed beta on Steam next week or the week before.
Really?
Next week or no, next week
Yeah.
or the week after, I believe.
Uh-huh.
But you have to pay £20. You get stuff in game, like you get cosmetic stuff in game and that. But they just want people who really want to play the game in it at the minute. I think that's why.
Mhm.
Like, I think there's going to be a certain amount of limit on the players who can play it and stuff. But I can't remember what it's. I don't
Well,
know
at
if it's
least
got a
they're
different
not-
name on Steam. I just know it's coming out.
At least they're not well, actually, I'm saying that they can't put it in early access because it's free to play. Like with DayZ, that's been in early access for how long now?
Oh, I've been early access for another 2 years.
Probably. I mean, that thing's been in early access for ages now. And you'd think...
Well, Dean Hall's
what
leaving them.
What engine was the armor mode based on? Was that
Arma 2.
2? Alright, well, I was going to say, well, since it's based on pretty much the same engine, is there many changes for Armor 2.5?
It's got. I know DayZ's got a lot better graphics, but I don't know if that's just them optimizing the engine. I'm not exactly. I'm not completely sure. All I know is that it's meant to run a little bit better. But when you're throwing as many zombies as he wants into the mix and trying to put 130 players on a server,
Yeah,
whereas
it's
it's
gonna-
Arma engine,
It's
you
going
know
to
what I
run
mean?
like
It's-
crap if your system
Yeah,
is
it
anything
is.
other than
Runs like shit.
high end.
It runs like shit.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, this is...
I mean, I'll tell you how bad it is. Dean Hall, the creator of the mod and the lead developer on DayZ standalone, is leaving at the end of the year. End of this year.
So chances are that game will
That's
never
old
come to
news,
be,
but-
and even if it does, it won't meet the expectations of the people who wanted it in the first place.
Nah,
That's-
even
I
he
think that's
said
what
that.
he's getting at.
Dean Hall came out when he said he was leaving. He was saying it's just not the game I wanted it to be. You know, it's not. It can never be the game I wanted it to be. It hasn't. They haven't given the right engine really. Like if
Yeah.
you look at Breaking Point, that Arma mod, Arma
Yeah.
3 mod, you can have there's hundreds of zombies on on the screen at the same time. And bear in mind in the Arma engine, while people are recording, they were getting 20 frames per second, or 20, 30 frames per second. That's what like a good 100, maybe more zombies on the screen.
Yeah. So the Armor 3 engine's a hell of a lot more optimized than the Armor 2 engine, and that's really
2.5 as well.
2.5 as well. Yeah, same thing. So yeah, I mean they can't possibly do a worse job than DayZ, I would assume. I'm saying it properly. We'll see. We will see. But it's a
But
zombie sandbox game, which means
It's
I probably
going to
won't
be
looking too
in the
far into it.
people reckon it's going to be in the region. Like it can only be one of two things.
Mhm.
Or Z. Better than DayZ. Like everything and everybody's wanted.
Yeah.
They reckon that's the scale. It's going to be one
Infestation
of the
Survivor
other.
Stories is the worst thing in existence. Well, that's
Well,
worse
War Z.
than DayZ. Yeah, no. I
That's
was just using its. I was just using its latest name because not allowed to use War Z
nah,
anymore
that.
because it's copyrighted and gets sued and shit. But yeah, it's another zombie game, and it's just there's too many of them, and none of them meet the expectations of the people. But this might be the one to change it, since it's
Hopefully.
Sony, and
And
hopefully they
it's
will
got
be able
it's
to do
got good developers.
Yeah.
It's got especially reliable developers.
Yeah.
And so hopefully hopefully the free to play model. They say it's only going to be cosmetics and everything, but I wish it wasn't free to play. But that's just personal opinion.
it. Yeah. What were you gonna say, David?
I was gonna say, I take it we're not doing George's random topic of the week.
Well, he hasn't got one.
1 minute. I'm sure there's a funny one. Talk about something, guys.
All right, we'll go on to the
I
next topic.
totally get my pre-prepared
Yes.
topic.
Yeah, you'll just have to search for it a little bit. Alright, Snoop Dogg DLC is coming to Call of Duty Ghosts.
Good.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is like, the thing I thought of when I heard this was the Brian Blessed DLC for War of the Roses. I want that. That has to be the most epic thing in the world.
If you bought the game, you were given it for free.
Oh.
My
Yeah,
grand.
did
Oh,
Did
wait,
you
got it
buy
then?
the game, or
Wait,
did
got it
you
then?
just download it free to play?
Got it
Well,
on
I
the
got
bundle.
I won it in a giveaway. I got the Kingmaker DLC in a giveaway.
That Kingmaker is
Oh my god. I mean, Granda was watching an interview with Brian Blessed, and someone said, "Well, why do you speak so loud and everything, and why do you make everything sound better than it is?" He's like, "Because if I didn't, life would be boring."
It's fair enough. That's one way of putting it. But yeah, Snoop Dogg's really been letting himself go lately. He's doing Call of Duty Ghosts, and have you seen the Money Supermarket adverts he's been doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, why
Snoop
you do this, you
Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, for goodness sake? I mean, what are you doing
Brian
this
got
for?
his insurance from Go compare where it is.com.
Yeah.
And now he feels happy.
He's just got the invisible car.
Like that. That's what it is.
Maybe he's just ran out of money for weed.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he does smoke it every day, so you got to burn through it fairly quickly.
Smoke weed every day.
But yeah, this
Just
is
burn through it, if you'll pardon the pun.
Well, it's nice to see Call of Duty's finally getting some DLC that's not an effing map pack. So
Call
they'll
of Duty needs to throw balls to the wall. If it doesn't,
They
it's
do.
gonna stay shit.
they just need to go absolutely.
Well, they already have, because they got
insane.
that Alien DLC, which makes a big, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know that DLC which adds just aliens to the zombie thing.
Yeah.
That was a turn for the better.
Yeah. Well, they've just got to step out of line a little bit more. That would make it just that little bit better. Instead of just
Guys who
releasing
make
the same game.
I think it's Treyarch, the guys who make Black Ops. They're the insane ones.
Yeah,
Infinity
yeah.
Ward, they're too scared to do anything.
Yeah, Infinity Ward are too scared to take the series anywhere. But
Yeah, we're going
Treyarch
to,
are
I found
pretty
one. It's just a video though, so I'll post it in the Twitch chat for you
good.
just to
Wait,
watch.
I'll have to permit you first.
Wait a minute, did you just watch this one last week about the rat?
No. A minute.
Right, there you go. So,
Permit.
there you go. Oh,
I said I have to permit you first.
I thought you'd done it.
Nope.
Honestly.
You'd see it. In
Your porn links. Well, just make us an admin, thingy-mabobby, mod, then I
you
can
keep
post
abusing
it.
it.
What?
You keep abusing it.
I don't
That's
keep abusing
true,
it. I've
you
used
can't
it
do
once.
I'll drop you
And that
on.
was just a
I'll put you.
joke.
I'll put you on the Nightbot regulars list.
I abused
I'll
it
do it
once, and
later.
it was a joke to get rid of Ginge. I think it was. I can't
I
remember.
think it was Billy.
It
I
was
don't know.
Bailey.
Alright, anyway, so this is a turn for the better. But Snoop Dogg's really letting himself go. It's quite funny.
God damn it, Snoop
Nah.
Dogg.
Did you hear about that? I can't remember how long ago it was. It was a couple of years at least. But that the Welsh farmer who'd won backstage passes to one of Snoop Dogg's concerts. The interview for that was just hilarious. It was just
I've
like a really
Did you hear
old
about
Welsh
the
farmer.
fisherman in Norway? He fished out a cod and gutted the cod and found a dildo inside of the cod.
Ah!
Do you know what wildlife experts have put it down to? The fact of that the dildo
you
looks a
have?
bit like the food that the cod eats.
But how,
I feel sick.
How big would the cod have to have been?
Oh,
it
I don't want
it
to
was
know.
one big ass cod.
Like-
I don't want to know. No, no.
This
It's
big.
like pumped milk all over again. It doesn't. No, no. I don't see this. No.
How does the fish food look like the phallus?
No.
What?
No, don't go there. Please.
Right, let's
He
talk
just
about.
guts the fish. He's like,
I'm begging you.
No. Oh god.
There you go.
That's just
There you go.
disgusting. No, not a fifth.
I don't want to see.
Oh, John.
Ultimate toasty.
John.
That is just.
John.
That
John.
pundo.
John.
I imagined a purple one, not a brown one.
No, it's not as big as I thought it would have been.
John, you watched the video yet
Excuse
that
me?
I sent in the Twitch chat?
I'm not saying anything
seen what
towards
John
that comment
wrote.
Connor says.
Yes, I saw it. That pundo. His passages
John.
were behaving erratic.
Excuse me. Look at the food it eats.
Where's the food it eat? Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh, right, I see.
Right,
I
that
see.
explains far too much.
I'm scared.
Alright.
There were no patterns. The final
Look at
word.
the Ultimate Warrior link. The GIF, sorry.
Reading the article. God damn it, George.
I think Connor,
Can we move on now?
Connor, I think we broke George.
George broke himself.
Oh, go. Here we go.
Just as you looked at it.
No. Right.
Anyway,
Let's
next
move
topic,
on.
please.
Whoa,
Right.
no, stop. We're not moving
Look
on.
at it! Oh, for fuck's sake! Fuck you, Nightbot!
Keeps getting nuked
Look at
by
it.
Nightbot.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I'm scared. I don't know why.
Calm down, George.
Just look
Calm
at the
down.
Ultimate Warrior.
The link that you put in is not letting me on it.
Oh, the one he put in the Twitch chat.
It's in Twitch.
Yeah, he's posting the links in the
No,
Twitch chat.
it's the Skype.
Oh, he put one in Skype. as well.
Oh, it's not
Okay.
showing it.
That's what I said. It's not showing
Oh.
it.
Go on to that page, the one with the fish dildo.
I don't think I want to.
Mad.
Just go on it and scroll down to the comments and look at the Ultimate Warrior game. You'll see.
So George is our resident topic derailer. It's just actually quite beneficial this evening because we had like nothing to
Nah.
talk about.
Oh, just look at the
Very
fucking.
Right, are we gonna move on? Square Enix sees DRM as a way to maximize profit, and the way they're doing this, Square Enix, yes indeed. My OBS keeps scrolling down. Stop it. Square Enix, they see DRM as a way to maximize profit. Basically, what they're doing is on the iOS devices, they are saying you can't fire guns in Deus Ex: The Fall on jailbroken devices. I mean, not that you want to anyway.
Can't fire
'Cause
on
de-
jailbroken devices.
the DRM is just mad. And then, well, it's Deus Ex: The Fall, so who wants to play that anyway?
Nah.
Deus Ex: The Fall looks just awful. Because I don't get it. It's basically what they should have done is take the story, drop it into the Deus Ex Human Revolution engine, and just throw it on a PC instead of just copying and pasting the files, making a couple of changes so it works, barely, albeit, and then just saying, "Oh, hey, we're gonna sell it on PC for like 10 times the cost." Ridiculous.
I've been banned from sending messages for 479 seconds.
It's because you keep linking, and Nightbot doesn't like that.
It's like,
I don't
no.
think-
Did I say you could link?
I wanted a kappa.
You can't cap her.
I did kappa. It's there, but it's not letting it won't send it.
You've been bad for like 10 minutes. Oh well. Anyway, so this is an interesting direction that DRM's taking now, because typically with DRM you either get access to the game or you don't. This one, it's giving you access to the game, but then the game's realizing that you may have pirated the game, and it's saying, well, you can't do it because you pirated the game. I thought there's been games that have done that in the past. I think I heard a rumor that Game Dev Tycoon did it, and that if you pirated the game, then your game that you made inside Game Dev Tycoon, it would get pirated. I'm not sure if
That's
that
cool.
was legitimate, but
Oh,
a
that's
minute.
clever. That's
I'm
clever.
gonna have a look. Game Dev Tycoon piracy bug. It's not a bug. There we go. Payback. Game Dev Tycoon fights piracy with piracy.
Oh my god, John.
Yeah.
John just sent us a message on Skype saying, "Do you reckon Square
come and fix
Enix
it in
are
a couple
gunning
minutes.
for profits with that
I'll come and
DRM?"
fix it in a couple minutes. Not.
So, George, how are you?
Death.
It's just in. My mother was deaf.
Well,
Connor, did you hear that?
What?
John sent us a message saying, "Do you reckon Square Enix are gunning for profits with that DRM?"
Oh God.
John is Barbara.
John, your puns are second to none this evening. You are on fire.
He
sir.
said, "My puns are the sex of sex." That's what John said.
Here it goes. Like I found the Game Dev Tycoon thing, and it comes up with a pop-up saying, "Boss, it seems that while many players play our new game, they steal it by downloading a cracked version rather than buying it legally. If players don't buy the games, we will sooner or later go bankrupt." That's a pretty clever way of doing things, I must say.
I like clever programming.
I respect them for that. That is damn good. Now, I bought this game because, I want to support the developers of Game Dev Tycoon. I haven't played it that much. I've only played it like a couple hours or something.
I've got one on my phone that's better than that one, so...
Fair play. But yeah, that is... The cleverness of this is... It's pretty damn good. But... it's basically... I don't really know how to explain it. it's a good kick in the face for pirates. Because basically,
What's the one? Was it? What game was it that when you torrented it that you would get to a level and then you couldn't pass that level? It's just too difficult. Like they just made the difficulty to win literally impossible.
no idea. God damn it! I find piracy to be rather cracking. Oh, man.
Is that John again?
Yes, it is.
Oh, for
Man alive.
let's kappa, please. Let me kappa.
I will kappa on your default. On your behalf. That's what I was trying to say. There we go. I like you, sir. You do puns, and I like it.
I shut up now.
Oh,
see what you do when you pull me away from him in League of Legends. You see what you make.
It's funny. I don't mind it.
You see what the world has to put up with.
So if DRM keeps going this way for video games, that's quite good because it shows that developers have some sort of sense of humour. Where basically you get to a point in the game where you'll need to do something and the game will just be like, oh, nope. It's very, very
Cheeky.
It's just like, oh yeah, you can play the game. Oh wait, you need to do this? What a shame. What a shame indeed. I've lost all of my windows right now.
I think we're coming to our end soon.
Yes, we are. That is, unfortunately, all the time we have for this week. So, last thing to do is thank you all very, very much for tuning in. You've been watching the TMM podcast, and we will see you next time. See you later.
Bye.